Let's start this module by talking about search engines. Understanding how they work will help you to optimize your website so it can be more discoverable to people searching for your content. There are three basic components to what search engines do. They navigate the websites and pages on the World Wide Web, which is called crawling the web. They index the information they discover along the way, which could be text on web pages or images and media files on those pages. And search engines rank the information that they find in order to provide the most relevant set of search results to users. Let's break each of these down. Search engines navigate web pages and follow the links on those pages. This lets the search engine discover new pages within the site, as well as discovering new sites by following external links. The process of navigating the web and its interconnected pages is called crawling the web, and the programs used to do that are given various names, like robots, crawlers, spiders, or some variation, like web crawler, which of course fits well with the terminology of the World Wide Web. A crawler, or spider, will render the results of a web page, including all the CSS and JavaScript, so they see the page just like a user would. The crawler makes note of key things, like keywords found in the page title, and in meta tags, as well as making note of the freshness of the website, in other words, when it was last updated. So when structuring your site and content, you have the opportunity to influence how your pages are found and how they're evaluated by the search engine. You may wonder how crawlers find web pages in the first place. They start with a list of existing web pages already in the database, because search engines constantly crawl the web. It's not a one-time thing. If your site has links from a site that the crawler already knows about, then your site will eventually get crawled and indexed. But of course, for new sites, this may not happen for some time. So you can also make a direct request to the search engine to crawl your site. Google and Bing, for example, have pages and APIs where you can submit a request, and they also allow you to submit sitemaps to tell the search engine the structure of your website, so they know how best to crawl your site. We'll talk more about sitemaps in the next clip on search engine optimization. The next component of what search engines do is indexing the results of the crawl. Indexes are like the back of a book. They have an entry for each word seen on the page that's indexed. The index also contains information on the key content tags and attributes, like the title and the alt attributes on images. The search engine index is stored in databases on computers all over the world. That's one of the reasons search engines are able to return results so quickly. The Google search index, for example, is well over 1 million gigabytes in size. Once a page is indexed, it's in the running to be displayed as a search result to relevant queries. The last component of what a search engine does is ranking of the information, so a user gets the most relevant results from a search. This is where the various search engines differ the most. And while they may publicize how to improve your search rankings, the specifics of the algorithms are not made public. There can be various factors involved in determining the relevance of search results, and they can differ for a particular user. Those factors could include things like the user's location, their language, or the device that they're searching from. For example, when a user is searching for a mechanic for their vehicle, the most relevant results to them are typically for mechanics in their immediate area. Similarly, if a user searches the word football in North America or in Europe, they'll likely get different results. But often, how your page gets ranked comes down to things that you can control, and you should have those things in place before the search engine crawls your site. So we've talked at a high level about how search engines work. Next, we're going to discuss search engine optimization, or SEO for short. Then you'll learn about some ways to add meaning to your website that search engines can understand, using semantic HTML tags and also using structured data. And we'll complete the module by looking at Google Analytics and how it can be used to understand traffic patterns, which can help you structure your site better. So next, let's talk about search engine optimization.